Hi everybody. Today I'm outside in the backyard opening up the pool. I'm going to use this blue hose to siphon all the nasty water off the pool cover. Thank you for clicking on that button and spending some time with me today while I open up the family pool. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit the subscription button. If you enjoy this content, please give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave a comment below. The pool should be opened in the first week of May, at the latest, to prevent the growth of algae in warm weather. The winter chemicals dissipate rapidly in warm weather. The longer you wait to open the pool, the greater the chance of opening a pool with algae. By closing your pool no earlier than October 1st and opening it no later than May 14th, you are assured to open an algae-free pool, assuming you winterize it properly. Algae cannot grow in cold weather, so the less time your pool is covered during warm weather, the better. This doesn't apply to people living in warmer climates down south, of course. This is for the tri-state area in the northeast of the U.S. This is the model EC65A Extended Cycle Filtration System by Hayward. The first step is to remove all debris with a hand skimmer and all water with a cover pump, or like I'm using, a siphon. This is the model 7200 Roll Guard A-frame ladder. This will adjust to fit pools from 48 inches to 54 inches. It also has a weight limit of 300 pounds. It just needs a quick cleaning from the dust from storage over the winter. Remove the pool cover and ice compensator from the pool and clean and dry them for storage. Ice or birds may have caused holes in the cover over the winter, so patch the holes with a pool cover patch.
Pretty clean. Okay, I'm going to take off this cover that's over the strainer. You don't want to be dropping these into the pool.
Now that the cover's off and the plate's removed, I can fill the pool up to its proper level. Now that there's enough water in the pool, it's finally time to turn on the pump. The pump was drawing some air in through this cover.
You see that gasket?
And now it's time for a take 2 on starting the pump. Now it's time to set up your filter and refill the tank with new filter media. If you know the model number, a 65A, you can look up how much DE to put in it. For my model, it takes 6 pounds. Be sure to wear a face mask. Each one of these cups carries 1 pound of DE. Put it in very slowly into the skimmer. Try not to breathe it in. It's nasty stuff. Once I have all 6 pounds into the skimmer, I'm sure to take the hose and clean up the whole area, because I don't want a lot of this stuff laying around for my dogs to be breathing in.
I let the filter run for about an hour until all the air pockets got out of the filter. Now it's running clear and smooth. Let's go check it out. Now it's time to chlorinate.
Now that your filter is set up with the media, you have to reset that dial so the green arrow is right on top of the black indicator arrow. When the black indicator arrow reaches the red marker, it's time to bump the filter.
You never want to reach your fingers into the container. You want to pull it out very carefully. Here's the test strip. We just need to dip this in the water for about a second. pH, that's really the one we were looking for. We're looking pretty good, actually. 7.2 would be my best guess right there. 7.2. It's right in the okay range, so we don't have to do anything with pH.
It's time to shock the pool with Brothers3 Greenaway. To sanitize the water which has been stagnant for so long, Greenaway will remove any algae from the water and establish a chlorine residual in the water. A chlorine residual enables your first regular dose of chlorine to work properly.
And just as quick as it'll take it, the whole bottle. We gotta let this run for a while. I'm gonna go and straighten out the tarp and put away the big pillow that goes underneath it. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're opening up the swimming pool in the backyard. Today we set up the Hayward filter and pump. Yesterday I opened up the top, pumped all the old nasty water off of it. And now we are super chlorinated. We'll be right back. Okay, it's been a half an hour since I super chlorinated, and now we're going to put in the super algicide, 16 ounces. This goes directly into the pool.
The super algicide acts as an aid to the Greenaway and regular chlorine, and should be used once every 2 weeks during the season.
Looks like I've got a little bit of a leak here in the hose, but I want to keep this going while I'm doing all the chemicals.
If your pool is still green or cloudy after 24 hours, algae is still present and the water needs another dose of Greenaway.
Okay, now we gotta wait 6 to 8 hours to put in the next step. And that's called aftershock. So that's not going to be until after dark tonight.
Now it's time to set up the A-frame ladder. It's really not heavy, it's just a bit cumbersome. First I knock all the dirt off the bottom as to not dirty up the pool I just cleaned. I'm going to lift it up over the side of the pool. The problem is, it's very buoyant and it wants to float, so you have to keep your hands on it once it hits the water, or else it wants to fall over. Once I get it straightened out, I'm going to reach behind myself and grab the hose that's running on the ground, and I'm going to fill it up with water, giving it some ballast, and it'll start to sink towards the bottom of the pool. Now it's much easier to handle. There's still some air left in the steps, but they are filling with water as we speak. So as I'm handling it and putting in the fasteners, it's getting heavier and heavier and starting to get closer and closer to the bottom. It's a matter of keeping it moving.
Okay, last night around 9 o'clock, I took 3 ounces of this aftershock, put it in a bucket full of water, and I put it in the pool for the overnight. What this does is it makes all the algae kind of coagulate together and makes it possible for them to be filtered. So this went in last night after 6 hours of running the filter with the green away in and the algicide. This morning, there's the green away and the algicide. This morning I'm putting in the water conditioner and then chlorine, granular chlorine. We're following the directions that were given to me by the pool company. That's the checklist for opening. This is the chemical information sheet. And this was my original kind of welcome packet. I took notes of how much of each of the chemicals that I put in for future reference. It's always good to keep notes when you're doing this stuff, see what works, what doesn't work. It worked very well last year, some of my calculations to figure out how much algicide to put in and chlorine. So after I put in the water conditioner, stabilizer, and the chlorine, I'm going to break out the vacuum and vacuum the liner.
When the pool water is clear, add the water conditioner by dissolving it in the pool strainer. You don't want to use a bucket and water for this process. It won't dissolve and it'll just wind up on the bottom of the pool. You want to get this into the strainer. Water conditioner will reduce your pool's consumption of chlorine by at least 25% by preventing the sun from burning chlorine out of the pool. if you used a dose of water conditioner last year, you only need a half a dose this year.
The water conditioner is in. I have to wait 4 hours before I can put in the granular chlorine. I'm gonna go fold up my tarp out front. I got the pool cover all wrapped up, and the lock and the cable wrapped around a vanilla cream soda can. I'll store this away, it's nice and dry. This will go back in the basement until next time I want to close the pool. So we've given it a dose of the water conditioner and stabilizer. It's been about 4.5 hours. Now it's time for the granular chlorine. 1.2 ounces. That's it. Good.
Chlorine is the most important chemical in maintaining a sparkling, healthy pool. If there's not enough chlorine in the pool, bacteria and algae will grow.
Now we just let that sit for a while, and then I'll test it. But it looks really clear. Keep the vacuum on the extra hose here. Skimmer is right there. Okay, for the final step, I'm going to take 2 ounces of crystal blue water polisher. I'm going to add it to this bucket, fill it up with water, and dump it in the pool. This is the last touch. That's right where you want to put it. That was 2 good days. But the pool is crystal clear. It's going to look beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining me today as I opened up my pool. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscription button and ring the bell next to it so I can inform you of future videos. If you enjoyed this content, please give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to leave a comment below.
Thanks for stopping by.